Good afternoon, everybody. This is Rick Bannister, CEO and founder of Neighborhood Bridges, and we're back for another Kindness Cast. And we're really happy to have with us today Hillary Nauer. Did I say your last name correctly? Is it Nauer?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, Hillary Nauer, who's a elementary school counselor at Longcoy Elementary at Kent City Schools. And so, Hillary, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, great. So, we've been operating Neighborhood Bridges for Kent City Schools now for, gosh, we're coming up on 2 years.
Mhm.
And it's just been wonderful, the reaction of the community. And I wonder if you could just share a little bit with the community about, what it means to fill a need and to reach out and support one of the children that you work with there in the elementary schools.
Yeah. So the thing I love most about neighborhood bridges is if there is a need, it is filled quickly, and it almost feels instantly. So that's so important because the need for that child is usually critical at that point. I think for sometimes it takes families a little while to feel comfortable turning to us as that support system and to be able to show that we are here and we can care for them and that their community loves them and supports them. To turn it around with such a quick turnaround has been so helpful and just amazing to see how fast our community can respond to a need. So that's one of the best things I like about neighborhood bridges is
Yeah.
people in the community helping others, because community matters and they just really take care of everybody takes care of each other, and it's quick.
You just touched on something that's very important to me, and that is that, and I think it's important to share this with the community, but it can be the littlest thing
Hmm.
that is standing between a child and coming to school or feeling engaged or feeling a part of their elementary school community. And you use the word emergency. Um, and so uh, I travel, we have half of our communities are in the state of Alabama. And so twice a year I travel to Alabama, and I'm old fashioned. I just sit with community leaders and we talk about how we're doing. And the president of the Chamber of Commerce of West Alabama was in a meeting with me in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and he said, "Is there any way that you could, through Neighborhood Bridges, kind of prioritize the needs in terms of what are the greatest emergencies?" And I thought that was a really thoughtful question. And I
Hmm.
was in a room full of people, and I thought about it for a second, and my response was, if it comes through Neighborhood Bridges, it's all an emergency.
Yeah.
And I
Hmm.
wonder if you could speak about that.
Yes. So, we want all of our students to feel connected to our school. And when you don't feel like your peers or a part of the group or you are missing something, it can really make you feel set apart. And whether that a student shows that by being able to tell us that, or we just start to see their behavior change and they're not their normal selves, really, Neighborhood Bridges does help bring the connection to school. And for students, it could be something as small as, needing a book bag, or it could be more of a home need, such as like we actually Bridges had filled a need of getting someone's electricity paid. So before it got shut off, they were getting like their third shut off notice. So um, although our students probably didn't understand how critical that was, to them a book bag is just as critical. So I feel like each need is really just we're meeting the families where they are and what that student needs at that time.
Yeah, I think it's I'm talking to you from my home office here in Westerville, Ohio, and I served on the Board of Education here, and all of our communities are different, but um, I sure am grateful for the staff and the school leadership in Kent City Schools, and really the community. It's been a wonderful thing to observe,
Mm-hmm.
how the community just responds. It's a clarion call, right? For how we lift up our youth and set an example of treating each other. And I think the Kent community is certainly a great example of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we preach, kindness and inclusion, and if we preach it, we better be able to practice it too. So to be able to give our kids everything that they need, is important to us so that everybody can do, we want what's best for kids. We do what's best for kids in Kent City schools. So this neighborhood bridges is definitely a part of that because we can fill that need outside of school and inside of school.
Right. Great. Yeah. And so, I want to give a shout out to the Rotary Club of Kent. They issued a very large grant to Neighborhood Bridges Kent so that we could purchase and establish, we call them student success centers or the personal care
Mm-hmm.
items. And I think those are even in the elementary schools now. And I really like that because it's likely that if a student has a need for a personal care item, there are additional needs that are probably likely with that
Mm-hmm.
student or the family. Isn't that right?
Yes. So we have, we call it a care cabinet at our school. We just changed it to just more elementary friendly terminology. And so our students can come and help themselves. They can come, and just take what they need. But I agree with you. I think, as something as small as needing a toothbrush or some shampoo really just builds that trust and relationship, knowing that there's going to be no judgment coming from any of the adults in the building. We're going to get you what you need. And I think that really allows even those small needs to help open that door to express larger needs that may be there that someone wouldn't be comfortable to share with you before.
Right. Well, this is wonderful. I appreciate what you do so much. I like to tell school counselors and social workers that we really created neighborhood bridges for you because you're great advocates for our students, all of our students, and all this does is provide a window to the entire community to hopefully let everybody respond and be a part of the wonderful work that you all are doing in Kent City
Mhm.
Schools. So thank you so much for what you do, and thanks for joining me here today.
Oh, thank you so much.